Welcome to Desert Isle Crafting. I'm Christy. Hello, everyone. How are you? Did y'all have a good week? I know I had a pretty interesting one, and I hope you have a good weekend planned, that you're working on all kinds of crafts. I wasn't really able to do much this week. I had to go to California for a family issue, so I have not been able to do many videos because I just haven't been home. But I'm home now, and I hope to try to get caught up, so you'll be seeing me putting quite a few videos out in the next week, and I hope you enjoy them. A big, huge welcome to all my subscribers and my new subscribers. If you do like this video, please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing. I have some new things coming up before we do this review. I went to Cratejoy and I found some crafting subscription boxes. So I've gotten one of them, and that will be next week. And I'd like to try to do that every month to kind of show you that there's all kinds of different crafts out there, not just cross stitch and diamond painting. And then I did find a really cool cross stitch subscription box that's different every month. So I'll bring that to you as soon as it arrives. I'm pretty excited about that. What I have for you today is a couple products from Biggest Craft. They reached out to me and asked me if I would review them. So I picked out a couple that I thought looked interesting. And I think that if you haven't gone to Biggest Craft, you need to check them out. I will have the link down below to both the products that I've got here in the video and to their website. Biggest Craft is strictly cross stitch. There's no diamond painting, there's no other crafts in there. So if you would like a online store that focuses exclusively on cross stitch, Biggest Craft is great. They have a special right now. I think it's free shipping over $49. And when you first go to their site, coupons pop up, so please keep your eye open for those. They have a special Joy Sunday section. They have 11, 14, and 18 count cross stitches. And I'm really glad to see that these companies are adding more variety into their 18 count cross stitches. I don't think I have one of these in here, but let's open this up and get going. I think I have an 11 count and a 14 count in here. They also have stamped and counted cross stitch. Sometimes the same image will be in both, so you can pick one or the other. And now this first one, because we've got two, this first one looks like a Joy Sunday, but it doesn't say Joy Sunday. So let me get this up a little bit. You can see it. Try to get some of that glare out of the way. So it has the Joy Sunday logo, but it doesn't say Joy Sunday on it. It's got the wonderful directions on the back that tell you everything you need to know about cross-stitching on stamped cloth and unstamped cloth, with diagrams of the stitches you'll need, and then how to rinse all the ink out of the canvas after you're done stitching, or the cloth. Great tips on here too. So this says spring, and I thought this was beautiful. They do have them for all 4 seasons, and it would be really pretty, I think, to have one of these up and framed. It's not a full, it's a partial, so wherever you see white, you won't cross stitch. This is a 26 by 26 centimeter. It's 14 count, so you'll use 2 strands of floss. There, this is better without all that glare. Isn't that pretty? I just think that's so pretty. It's got the butterflies and the birdhouse, bicycle, little baby chicks, laundry on the line, potted plants, gardening. Oh, and all the ladybugs. So pretty. Okay, let's look at the pattern. Very, very simple pattern. We've got 21 colors for full stitch down here, and then we have 3 back stitch colors. So there's going to be a bit of back stitch in here, but I don't think it's hardly much at all. Probably the wording like that, the spokes on the wheel, the clothesline. But this is a great little pattern. If you can also use this if you have a blank piece of Aida, whatever size it may be, this pattern would apply. And you can use that with your own thread if you want to, if you don't want to use the actual cloth they give you. So this is real simple. It's only one-sided. It shows you the symbols and the colors. So that would be color number 2. And then, of course, all the DMC codes. So if you run out of a color and you happen to have some spare, you'll know exactly which one you need. Not a whole lot of floss here, but let's look at this cute picture. I think that is wonderful. Now the colors on here are not going to match the color of your floss. That's the normal for stamped kits. The edges are all serged, so they're not going to fray while you work on it. And being that in like areas like this, you won't need to put any stitches. It's just going to stay white. This one should stitch up really fast. It's 160 stitches wide by 160 stitches tall. So let me get my little measurer tape and we'll see see what it is in inches. So the actual picture is like 7 3/4 inches. It should be square. Yeah, that's not quite 7 1/2. Maybe I did this one wrong. Looks like it's just a little teeny bit wider than it is tall, but that's okay. It says the stitches are the same on both sides. They give you the item number up here, which is important in case you need to get back to the manufacturer or biggest craft if you're having any problems with your kit at all. This is a really complete kit in that it gives you your canvas, all your floss, and then 2 needles. So really, is that 1 needle? Let's see what we got. Oh, 1 needle. Maybe because it's just so small. Only 1 needle. The only thing you need is really just some scissors to snip off an end. And this bag that it comes in is closable, so you can use this for other things. It's great to store your project in while you're working. If you're traveling, if you take this with you when you go to the doctor's office or on a cruise ship or wherever you may go and you take your crafting with you, it's nice you can just keep that in there and throw it in your bag and it's not going to get messed up. But not a whole lot of floss because it's not that big of a picture. It's got very, very pretty colors, lots of pinks and greens, bright, bright yellow. Soft floss. I think this is adorable. I think it's really cute. And because I do such big ones, it's nice to find a small one that you can, like when I did the snow bunnies, a small one that you can go to and get it done quickly instead of having it take months and months. But I think that's just precious. It's adorable. Have any of you done this picture before? I'd love to know what you're working on. I wish YouTube would let you post pictures in the comments, because this is just, I'd love to see what everyone else picks out, what your interests are as far as cross-stitch kits. All right, the next one, this is a generic kit in that it doesn't really have a manufacturer's name. It doesn't come in that resealable pouch, but I thought it was a very interesting picture. It's a tree house. Let's open this up. This is an 11 count. And I have gotten comments. Some people don't know what 11 count means or 14 count means because all the squares on a cross stitch is going to be a count of 10. This means that it's 11 stitches per inch, where this one is 14 stitches per inch. Just remember that these grid lines here are not per inch, it's just per 10 squares. So on this 11 count, the squares are going to be bigger than on a 14 count. And I'll show you that real quick. So we have an 11 count and 14 count. And you can see that these squares are smaller than these are. These stitch up a lot faster, but if you got this same picture in a 14 count, of course it would be smaller. Let's look at the picture really quick. I just thought this was just a nice little fantasy tree house. We've got the tree in the background back here, and it's got pink leaves on the tree. Man, I love a tree house like that. And it's got the lake with the boat. It's just a beautiful, beautiful picture. I thought it would be fun to do. And we've got the same instructions on this that you get on the other kit. But let's look at this pattern, because this pattern is huge. It's really big, which is great because you can see it. It's got the picture of the treehouse up here. Here's your legend. So this has 50 colors. So it should have some really good detail. It's gridded. It's got your product number up here. And it tells us all the same information that the canvas tells us. So it's 191 stitches across, 299 stitches down. So you've got your legend. This is all going to be full stitch, so there's no specialty stitches or back stitching you need to do on this. It gives you your symbols, your DMC codes, and then a color chart off to the side. So like for instance, this green here, find it over here, it's number 10, and that's the number 10 on your floss card. You'd know which one to pick. It's 550 purple. So all this green is going to be that really, really pretty purple. And then when there's really big areas like this, that tells you that the blue is number 4 floss. There is quite a bit of confetti on here, but then there's some really big areas of color blocking, so it should be really easy to do. I just love the fact that this pattern is just so big. Now it's not as big as the actual canvas, but it's big. It's going to make it so easy to read. So let's look at the canvas itself. This is actually not as stiff as the other one was. A good thing to do when you get one of these, the edges are serged, which is wonderful, is you can just scrunch it up and make it softer. It'll also soften as you work on it. But this is 50 by 75 centimeters, so we will get a measurement on it. My goodness sakes, it's big. Let me turn it sideways here. I don't think I can even fit it all in. It's so big. But it's gridded so that if you're trying to, if you have an area that you're not too sure on the symbol, you can use the gridding to find out exactly where that is and then refer back to this pattern to clarify a symbol on what color goes where. So I'm going to move that floss out of the way because there's a lot of floss, so I can try to get a measurement on what this canvas is in inches. So this is like 27¼ inches wide, tall. Let's get a width. So I'm going to say 17¼ inches wide. So it's really big. I mean, it's over 2 feet long. Very, very easy to read symbols. Let's just look real quick because I always like to see if the symbols are in their squares or if they bleed over into another square. And when you look at like this pink and this red, you can see that it's really good about staying in their squares along with the other symbols. So I think they've done a good job printing this. Yeah, this is really pretty. Hold on just 1 second, please. Sorry about that. I had someone at my door. So, okay, now I'm back. I want to show you with this kit, you also get a little toolkit. Nice little plastic bag. Save these because when you're done with your kit, these are also really good for diamond painting drills. You can get quite a collection going with these. And this has a nice little toolkit. The only thing it doesn't have are little scissors. So we've got our little puffy with, what, like 5 needles? And then we have a threader. Love these threaders. And then we have a little thimble that's adjustable. So yeah, you get a real cute little nice toolkit with this. I enjoy that. It helps a lot. Instead of searching around saying, where's my threader? Okay, so we looked at the canvas, and then now we're going to look at the floss. You get a lot of floss with this kit because it's such a big picture. Now this also has the item number on it, so that if you store your canvases, I call them canvases, but I guess it's Ada. If you store your fabric, separately from your floss, then you'll be able to know which picture this goes to. Oh boy. All right, so we got some big hanks of black here. There's a lot of black on this, but I didn't know you'd get that much. When you look at the picture, I guess that is quite a bit in here and up in here, over here. So you've got 3 hanks of black, you've got a light blue, and you have a brown. And then, wow, look at all this floss. Look at all this floss. Wow. Okay, so we have 50 colors. Let me separate the two. Let's go with the smallest one first. Just some absolutely beautiful pinks. There's so much pink in this picture. I'm really surprised I didn't get a hank of pink. But a lot of pink, blues, and purples. Nice soft cotton floss. Easy to work with. I make sure I use a big enough needle so that as I'm pulling my thread through the holes, that it doesn't snag and thin out. This would be 3 strands of thread for an 11 count, where the one I showed you before, that's 2 strands for 14 count. So we've got, oh, so many pretty greens here. And here's the big 550 purple. And then on this side, more blues, greens. Wow, lots of pinks in this. I just love the greens. I think they're so pretty. And looking at all these different colors together, I think this picture is going to be beautiful. One thing I'm curious about with this picture as a cross stitch is it looks like it's an AI generated picture. I mean, it's similar to what those look like now, and you see those all over the place. I'm not real sure how good that's going to translate to a cross stitch, but I think it's worth a try checking it out and seeing. So I think that's just so pretty. And this is a good quality kit. It's got, like I said, the serging along the edges, so it's not going to unravel. You've got your pattern with your legend. The legend is printed on this. You've got all this thread already organized up for you. So really you just find on your legend the number of your thread, and here it would be. Pull it out, separate your strands, thread your needle, and you're off to the races. You're off and running with that. So I'd like to thank Biggest Craft again for sending me these kits for review. I'm very, very pleased. I will have links down below for both of these kits, along with their website. Go check them out. Like I said, they are exclusively cross-stitch, no other crafts. And sometimes those, I really think those are great sites when it's just all exactly what you're looking for. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please comment below if you have any ideas or suggestions, or you just want to tell me how you are and what you're doing and what you're working on. I would love to hear. You can also email me anytime you like at desertowlcrafting2@outlook.com. Enjoy your weekend, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll be talking to you soon. Bye.